Good evening, everybody. This is Melissa with Miller's Rustic Sawmill in King City, Missouri. And I am hopping on the Essential Stencil page to do some stenciling. I'm going to tilt my camera up just a little bit, you guys. I've got a new little thing here I'm trying to use tonight, so we're going to see how it works. But I feel like I was looking down a little bit. I'm going to give this just a little bit and let some people hop on. It feels like it's been a little bit since I've been on. I know it probably hasn't, but I want to welcome you if you're hopping on tonight. It's Sunday evening here, and several of you are probably watching football maybe, but that's where my husband is. A lot of times he is on here with me, but not tonight. He's, I don't think anyway, he's going to show up. He's watching our Chiefs play. So if you're hopping on, yes, Donna, I'm still backwards. Until I get a new phone, I think I'm going to be backwards. But that's probably not going to happen anytime soon because I'm just old-fashioned. I like my phone, and I hate changing. So if you're hopping on tonight and you're watching for the first time, say hi and let me know you're a first-time watcher. I usually recognize a lot of the names on here. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Cheryl. Hello, hello. And hi, Lori. You're from Iowa. You're not far. My friend Rick is on. Hi, Rick Hans. How are you tonight? And go Colts. Oh, I see that, Karen. I see that comment. You guys, I'm rooting for the Chiefs. I may not be watching, but totally rooting for the Chiefs. And I was checking. I told my daughter to honk whenever she strolled by. She was driving by tonight. Hi, Melissa from Florida. Hi from the #1 butt kisser. You guys, if you were on last time, Bucky was here with me and he gave away the #1 butt kisser award. So that was fun. He's not here right now, but yeah, I don't like changing phones, and so I know my stuff is backwards. I apologize. I just deal with it. So I'm going to give this just a minute or two. We're going to see how many people hop on before I start doing any stenciling. Yes, Sue, we are playing your Colts. I don't know what the score is. I haven't been listening to it. I just talked to Bucky. He's a diehard Chiefs fan. So hi, Janet. Hi, Candy. Yeah, we're rooting for the Chiefs, not the Colts. So if they're losing, I don't want to know. I get anxiety sometimes watching the Chiefs play because, oh my goodness, I just do. Hi, Teresa. Hey, you guys. Thanks for hopping on tonight. I appreciate it for sure. Thanks for sharing whenever you come on. If you'll share this video, I know it's Sunday evening. Here in Missouri, it feels like fall for sure. It's a little bit chilly in my shop even tonight. I have a sweatshirt on and jeans, and it's a little bit cold. So if you're a first-time watcher, let me know it's your first time watching. I'm gonna do a little bit of stenciling tonight, but I see the score, Jane. KC 3 and the Colts 7. Oh, I know it just started. So we're gonna pray for our Chiefs, that our Chiefs are gonna win. We want them to go to the Super Bowl this year, of course. We like Mr. Mahomes a lot, so we are huge Patrick Mahomes fans. I don't know too many people that are. Hi from Kansas. Hi, Mimi. Hi, Teresa. Oh, and you're telling me it's 95 degrees in Dayton. It's been raining for days here in Missouri, so it's been a little bit depressing. Jody, you're from Iowa. You're my neighbor. You're in the next state right next door. I don't know where you're at in Iowa, but we're in King City, Missouri, so which sits in northwest Missouri. We are about maybe hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes from Kansas City. And Kansas City, I'm going to get updates from my Chiefs fans on here tonight, right, Kansas City? Oh, Fran, I'm going to apologize right now. I don't know if Bucky's going to come. He's watching the Chiefs play. The game started at 7, and I just talked to him a little bit ago, and I let him off the hook tonight because he I know he said if the game was going well, which when it doesn't, when doesn't it go well, that he might stick it out and watch the game at home. So anyway, I don't know if he'll be by tonight or not. It might just be me, so I'm gonna apologize for not having Bucky in advance. But thank you guys. Let's see. What stencil am I giving away? Amy wants to know. Well, I'm going to show you. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone use this one. I don't watch all of the videos. I do watch several of the other videos on Essential Stencil and the other girls who stencil. I enjoy watching them. And tonight I'm using one of my favorites. So I do want to show you. I don't know if any of you, know, but hi Terry. Yes, you finally caught my live. Awesome. Yes, Karen, we're gonna miss him. Like I said, he may show up. I don't know. He may be here. It just depends on how much he's into the game. So, hi, Linda. Hi, Rachel from Tennessee. Hi, Ashleyvia. I see you're on tonight. Thank you for hopping on. Hi, Sissy from Kentucky. Hi from Ohio. April. Man, we got a lot of people on out from all over tonight. I wasn't sure with football Sunday. I didn't know how it would go. But tonight I'm going to actually be using this Bible verse set. And I absolutely love it. It is one of my favorites. I haven't ever used it, to be honest. I haven't used it, period, because I just got it maybe a week or two ago. I didn't have this one. But I'm going to show you some tips. If you're a first-time stenciler, if you've never stenciled, I want to hear from you tonight. I want to see some comments. Usually my husband is on here and he helps read the comments and write stuff down. He's not with me tonight, so you're gonna have to just bear with me. I can't read all of the comments that are scrolling up so fast, but I'm gonna try to answer questions as I go. I'm gonna try to show some of you who are new to stenciling some tips. I always try to show tips. So, hi Christina from Maryland. Yes, Danielle, I love this set. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is a 3-pack. And so for anyone who's just hopping on, for anybody who's new to watching Essential Stencil, these are amazing, high quality reusable stencils. So they are not something that you rip off and throw away. They are not a one-time use. Hi, David. They are reusable over and over and over. So as long as you take care of them, as long as you, clean them properly, make sure that you're not trashing your stencils, they're gonna last you a long time. So Fran, thank you. I just saw your comment. That's super sweet. Anyway, this set tonight, this is what I'm giving away. So if some of you have never seen this Bible verse set before, it is Micah 6:8. And it says, I'm gonna put it up here. I'm gonna try not to have it be backwards. Act justly, love mercy, and walk humbly. So it's got the 3 sets broken out. So you could use these individually, you could move them around. Tonight I'm using them on one board, but you could make 3 separate signs and hang them together. And I see someone said that they're scared to stencil. So you know what? If you've got your stencils handy, go pop them out, get some paint, and don't be scared. There's nothing to be scared of. It is a little bit nerve-wracking, I get it, the first time that you do it. So anyway, I think that there are several people who do not know that they have this Bible verse. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I think this might be one of my absolute favorite stencils that they have. I'm a Bible verse girl. I like my Bible verses. And I like this one a lot. So anyway, if you're new to Essential Stencil, you can find this on there. In the search bar, you can even just search Bible verse and it's gonna come up. So this little 3-pack is only $10.97, you guys. And I'm gonna tell you, stick with me. I'm giving away 3 of these tonight to 3 lucky winners. So I'm the one that's gonna have to pick if my husband doesn't show up. So you guys stick with me tonight And I'm gonna try my best to watch comments and see names. And I know, Cheryl, a lot of people don't know that they have this. That's why I wanted to do it. And because I love it. I haven't ever done this one before. I've not used it. And it's just beautiful. You could do a lot with it. You could separate it out. And fairly new to stenciling, but have been painting and making signs for years. Well, welcome. This is the only Bible verse set that I've seen so far. So I really hope that they will make some more. You guys, make sure that you're sharing this video. Make sure you're staying on with me. I am going to do a giveaway a little bit later towards the end of my video. So these are adorable. This is a mini set. They are 6 by 6. If you do want to order, I do have my link at the header of this video, and I'll try to post it again. But I want you guys to know some things. I want to do a little FYI for those of you hopping on. Through my link, you can save every time you order. You don't just have to save just tonight. It won't save tonight. You can hop on there and you can order, and you can order through my link, and you can save every time that you order. But what I want you to know also is that Essential Stencil, some of you who have ordered and are familiar with their site, and for those of you who haven't, I want you to know that they have this whole pre-order section. And they have I'm going to count this real quick because I wrote it out real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think 15. Yes, 15 pre-order stencils in their pre-order section. So I want you to know that if you go on and you're going to pre-order, you can go through my link, but whenever you're ordering from the pre-order section, you can use the code PREORDER15 to save 15% on all of those pre-order stencils. So if that's confusing to you, go to their site, click on pre-order. But one of the coolest things about the pre-order, if you have not pre-ordered, or if you already have, you should know this, but they have exclusive bonuses for anybody pre-ordering. If you pre-order 3 of their pre-order stencils, you're gonna get a harvest tag set stencil. And the more that you order, the more bonus stencils you get. And those bonus stencils will not be offered on their site. They are exclusive for people who pre-order. So if you are going to pre-order, you can follow my link. But at the checkout, you're gonna want to make sure if you're using and you're ordering, the pre-order stencils are ones that they are not going to ship out, I think, until October 28th. That's the estimated ship out date. You can go on their site and you'll see all of these ones that you've never seen before. So it's a whole section and it says pre-order. And if you order 3 of the pre-orders, you're gonna get a bonus stencil. If you order 5 from that pre-order section, you're gonna get this really cute green sack stripe stencil, and you're gonna get the one before it. So every time you add to that pre-order, like if you end up ordering one of every one of their pre-order stencils, you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to get 4 bonus stencils that are not ever going to be able to be ordered. So you're going to get 4 different sets of stencils on top of your pre-order, and those are bonus stencils. Those bonus stencils are for free. You're not going to see them in your cart. They're not going to show up at checkout. So keep that in mind. The pre-order is a new section. If you guys haven't been on their site, they have this pre-order, and they are stencils that are not available yet. So you can go in that pre-order section, and if you're gonna pre-order, you can use the code PREORDER15, and it's gonna save you 15%. But the more you order, it will show you the bonus stencils on the site in the pre-order section if you click on one. So you guys, I know it sounds confusing. I'm not trying to confuse anybody, But if you have several of the essential stencils and you have not been in to check out that pre-order section, definitely go in there. They have the Christmas truck, and they have the deer mini tags. There are all kinds of, there's buffalo plaid, there's a buffalo plaid set. There's Baby It's Cold Outside, it's a vertical. There's a few different verticals, but you guys, they have this amazing bonus, and those bonus stencils are only available for a limited time. So I think they're going to go away before long. So those pre-order, if you would like to get those bonus stencils, they are exclusive bonus stencils. You're going to want to hop on and check those out. So just wanted to tell you about that. If you are ordering in the pre-order, you can see the pre-order stencils, and then you'll see the bonus stencils down below. But whenever you check out, you're not going to see them in your cart, just so you know. But they will come. They will be added to your order whenever you order. So anyway, I hope that I didn't just confuse the heck out of everybody, but go check out the pre-order section. You can follow my link, and it will also take you right directly to Essential Stencils. So I posted my link at the top of this video, so just sit back for a little bit. You don't have to go pre-order yet. But thank you for sharing, you guys. Yes, for those of you just hopping on, if you're just hopping on, say hi. Let me know you're on. I'm flying solo tonight without Bucky. So, yes, Fran, you can do pre-orders. So I'll try to cover that again before I hop off here tonight, or you can go back through and watch my video, and I hope I made sense, but they have a whole pre-order section. You're gonna wanna check it out. So tonight I am using the Bible verse sets. For those of you that did not know that they had a Bible verse, this is the set I'm using tonight, and it is Micah 6:8 is the Bible verse. And it says, act justly, love mercy, and walk humbly. So I am using this on a piece of our wood. For those of you that don't know, we own a sawmill business. This is our logo, Miller's Rustic Sawmill. Terry, Bucky's okay. He's watching football. He's watching the Chiefs. So I don't know if he'll come or not. I gave him the night off because the Chiefs are playing. They started at 7 our time. So anyway, you guys, I really appreciate you sharing. I appreciate you watching tonight. I am going to be giving this set away to 3 winners tonight. So hang tight with me. And yes, for those of you that did not know, they do have this set. And it's the only Bible verse I think that they have. So I'm going to be using it tonight, and I'm going to actually be using it on a piece of our wood. This is our project wood. If you are interested in learning more about our wood, you can follow our page on Facebook at Miller's Rustic Sawmill. Missy, you're a first timer. Welcome. And Shannon said lucky Bucky. Yeah, I know. Lucky for him. Also, you know, lucky for you guys that I'm picking the winners tonight. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but yeah, he's watching football, so you guys can give him heck about that on the next video. I think somebody asked, how long are you going to be able to pre-order? Well, I know that the ship date is October 28th. I also know that those bonus stencils, if you plan to pre-order, you're gonna wanna get on there and get that wrapped up, because those bonus stencils, they are not gonna continue for a very much longer. So I'm not trying to freak any of you out. I'm not trying to push you into buying those pre-orders. I'm just letting you know, I think that they have a cutoff date for those bonus stencils. So it's well worth it if you're planning on getting some of those stencils in the pre-order section to go ahead and get on there and order. So Bucky did have a happy birthday. Thank you, Monica. He definitely did. Trying to think of what we did. I think we took him out to eat at the Mexican restaurant one night. What else did we do? We got him some gifts, of course. He got gifts, and he just had all of us with him. So he had a good birthday. He had a good birthday. Hi, Sherry from Arizona. Oh, thank you, Judy. So you guys, I started to tell you, this is the board I'm using tonight. It's raw wood from our sawmill. It is a piece of Missouri walnut. This is a project piece, and it's planed down. And I just wanted you to know that it's going to, I'm going to finish it with a little bit of finish whenever I get done. So thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am going to just be putting these on here with a simple kind of white color. It's called Bavarian. So I'm going to lay these out on here. I am going to tape them down. So I've got my Walk Humbly. Act Justly is what I want first. Love Mercy, and then Walk Humbly. So I'm just spacing them out a little bit. Teresa, the size of the board I'm using tonight is approximately, hang on and I'll tell you. Hold on. This was the one thing I was not prepared to do. So, measure. This is my own measuring tape because mine they go disappearing. So, this one is about 23, a little over 23 inches, and it's got what we call a live edge on it, and it's about 8.5 inches wide. So 23, a little over 23 by 8.5 is what I'm using tonight. Hi, Nancy. How are you? Hello, Joanne. Yes, I do ship boxes of our project slabs. If you are interested in some of these project pieces that I'm using tonight, you can message me over on our Miller's Rustic Sawmill page. So this is a piece of walnut that I'm using tonight. So I've had some people who've watched my videos order from me, and I have seen some of the ones that they've done. So this is a piece of walnut from our sawmill. And if you want to learn more about our business and you have questions, you can follow us at Miller's Rustic Sawmill over there. And yep, I can put in a list too. I can send that in after I'm all done here tonight. But I'm using my handy dandy masking tape tonight because I still have not gotten any of my painter's tape. Joanne, yes, you did. I was gonna say, I know that there are some people on here tonight who have ordered some from us. So if you are interested in some project pieces, definitely hop over and message me after the video if you'd like, and we can get you taken care of. Walnut is beautiful. And thank you guys for all of the shares and the likes and the hearts. That definitely always helps helps the video. It helps Essential Stencil. So thank you so much. I'm going to tape these down using this masking tape. Typically I have painter's tape, which is the blue tape, but I haven't gotten any yet. I haven't replaced what I used. So I am going to just space these out a little bit, and I'm going to show you something else that I want you guys to know is, you don't have to invest in a lot of paint in order to do these stencils. You can invest in some good black, a good white, a good off-white. Basics are fine. I love the fact that a lot of times whenever I get my packages of stencils, most of them are shown in black or white. And maybe they are on a color background, but I just wanted to let you know that you can definitely do that. So you can, if you are just getting started and you're interested in doing some paint parties, you don't have to have a whole cart full of colors. You could have something just simple, black and white. It's very classic, it's very timeless, and it's something that you can't go wrong with. So if you're trying to get started with minimal amount of money, minimal dollars, you're on a budget for sure, like maybe most of us are. I know whenever I was trying to get started, that's how I found Essential Stencils. I didn't want to keep buying vinyl stencils and throwing them away. I needed something I could invest in for our business and use on our wood. And I did start out with just some basic colors myself. So black and white, easy, and so I'm just taping these down so that they don't move. So I'm using acrylic paints tonight. So that's what I'm using. And I'm also going to cover up this little section right down here that has mica. 6/8 on it because I'm gonna actually use that, but I don't want to underneath each one. I'm gonna not do that. So how do you enter to win? Missy, you don't enter to win stencils. If you stick with me, stay on tonight. I'm gonna pick winners at the end. So usually my husband is on here, and usually he is the one. Sorry, I've got to write down some comments. Usually he's the one that picks, and we joke about it because a lot of times we say that people have to kiss his butt and be nice to Bucky. Bucky's not here tonight, so unless he shows up, he's not. His head isn't gonna get blown up tonight with compliments. Well, you can still send compliments. He will see them because I show him. We usually sit down and watch through the comments and everything. So anyway, yeah, Bucky is good. So I like it whenever he is here to pick the winners. I don't know that I've ever picked the winners. So this might be a first for me and a first for my videos on Essential Stencil, picking the winners. So, oh, Stacy, that's hilarious. Yours, well, he's handsome, and it's funny because if you're just hopping on, we totally always joke about how you know, if you're nice to Bucky, he might pick you. And last week or whenever it was I was on, Bucky is my husband, Candace. And usually he is sitting here with me, helping with the comments off to the side, and he'll show his face on camera every once in a while. But usually he picks the winners. So tonight he's not here, but we talk about how a lot of times people, if they're nice to Bucky, he might pick them. So anyway. I know he does owe me a night. I might let him just have the camera some night and he could come on and do a video, right? We did a stenciling video on here. So there was a time that I brought him on and he had not ever stenciled, and he and I did a video, and he was a first time stenciler. So if Bucky can do it, you guys can do it. We are located, I'm in King City, Missouri. So I'm right smack dab in the middle of the United States, kind of. And thank you guys. You guys are awfully nice tonight. Thank you for the nice comments. You guys, I love hopping on here. I love showing you how to stencil if you've not stenciled before. I like sharing tips. And I know if anyone else has the game on, I don't have anything on tonight. I can't hear my Chiefs if they're winning or not. So Tammy Jo Stegner, I'm located in King City, Missouri. I'm gonna be nice to you and kiss your butt. Tanya, that's awesome. That's funny. Do we sell our signs? We do sell our signs, and I have some of them. I haven't done very good about putting them on, you know, online on our site. So we are a family-owned business. It's my husband, myself, our son helps to run the Sawmill business. We do, you know, whenever you talk about some small businesses, just like Essential Stencil, they are a small business. They're a couple. You know, a lot of times it's just us, you know, it's us doing all of it. So if you are interested in something and you would like to buy something from our shop or from our location, something I've made, something I'm making, let me know. Yes, our sawmill is open. We have what we call slab sale Saturdays, and that is usually whenever we try to, we sell these project pieces that I'm working on. We have a sale on them. We have larger, big slabs. You can see all the wood behind me is my, you know, from our sawmill business. We have lumber, and we do have sales in. Usually we try to do them once a month on a Saturday. So I've had some people come from several hours away. So I think that we're gonna start something cool, and really I'm excited about it outside of our shop. We are going to put up one of those posts, I think, that has the signs on it. So people that are from, far away or out of the state or over a certain, like maybe over 50 miles away, we'll be able to add their sign. So it'll be one of those directional signs. And I think that's going to be so much fun. So anyway, that's something to maybe, we will get that going. And then maybe if any of you ever come to our slab sale Saturday, we can put your city up, and you can sign the back of it and let us know you were here. And it'll go up outside of our shop on our posts. So yes, Janice, this is live. We would love to have any of you visit. Yes, we are not far from Tarkio. We are maybe an hour and a half southeast. We are in King City. I think somebody's asked if we were Kingdom City, but we are King City. We're maybe an hour and 45 minutes kind of northeast of Kansas City, about 35 minutes from St. Joseph, Missouri. And somebody is asking me about connecting some boards together. If you attach 2 boards together for a vertical sign, what do you use to connect them together? I think you could either, a lot of times we have like another strip that goes across the back of them, and you can do little nails that are short enough to go in your boards to connect them together across the top. So if you had 2 boards back to back like this, or vertical boards like this, if this makes sense, you would have what I would call a tack board across the back of it, maybe, to hold them together, if that helps. That's how I would do it. How many times can you use the same stencil? Missy, these are reusable stencils from Essential Stencil. So I've had some of mine. The welcome stencils were some of the first ones that I got, and they were for welcome porch board signs, and they were vertical signs. They are very thick. They are very durable. I have used mine over and over and over. I think I've had my welcome ones. Some of them have probably been used 10 to 15 times, and they're still fine. They are clean. You clean them. I clean them with a disinfectant wipe whenever I get done, so I'll show you that. But they are awesome reusable stencils. So if you find something that you like, you're going to be able to get many, many uses out of it. If you're somebody who's looking to hold some paint parties, either for your friends, for a birthday party, for your kids, for your business, maybe you want to start some kind of paint parties in your hometown, this company is awesome. You can always order through my link too, and you can save money at any time that you want to order. So anyway, I just want you to know we were going to visit your shop this coming weekend, but my husband has cracked ribs. Oh shoot. Bucky had about 3 cracked ribs a month or so ago. I know that's not fun. It's painful. So you guys, if you're gonna order, definitely use my link and save 10%. On the others that are, if you're going to pre-order, you're going to want to use my link, but then on your pre-order items, you can put in pre-order 15, you can save 15% on those pre-orders. So just remember that. Tonight I would love to eventually do painting parties. You guys, this company can take you guys there. If you're looking to start something, you could definitely start some paint parties by using these stencils. Get out your boards, and you can start painting. So, just start practicing. If you've not ever done it before, don't be afraid. Hi, Teresa from Missouri. So tonight I'm using, this is actually a chalk paint, and I shook it up earlier. And it is Bavarian. This is what I'm using tonight. It looks like it's folk art. So I just want you to know that that's what I'm using. And it is a chalk paint. Usually I just use acrylic. The chalk paint has a little bit more consistency to it. So I'm putting out a little bit of paint on my paper plate, my foam plate. And I'm going to be using a makeup wedge tonight. So my makeup wedges, we are a small little town. Bucky is okay. He is much, Yeah, his ribs are fine, Mary. Thank you for asking. So we have a Dollar General here in town. And I'm looking to see what someone else said. You guys are talking about paint parties. I would love to talk with you about them if you have any questions. Yeah, you just kind of, whenever I started my paint party, I ordered, I think, the welcome and another one or two, and I ordered enough so that I could have 8 people. So I ordered 4 of one and 4 of the other, and then we ended up switching. So 4 people would do this side, and then they would trade. So that's an option too. If you could get a couple of options, and people usually don't mind sharing, especially if they know you're starting something. So I'm using a makeup wedge, and just like I said, the makeup wedge I get at our local Dollar General. We don't have Walmart. I'm like 35 minutes from Hobby Lobby or Walmart, stuff like that. So Dollar General is kind of my go-to. And I'm using the very end. This is the bottom, the flat part of a makeup wedge. And for those of you who are first-time stencilers, let me show you. I hardly have very much paint out here. Sometimes I would tell you that maybe some of the chalk paints are a little bit thicker. They tend to not bleed as much. So if you're having trouble bleeding with your stencils bleeding, maybe try a chalk paint. And I don't really notice a lot of difference in how they look whenever I do that, but the chalk paints are a little bit thicker. So anyway, I'm dipping this in here, and then I'm what I call offloading my makeup wedge. So this is like hardly, you just want to make sure you don't have very much paint on it at all. That is probably one of the best keys to not having this bleeding underneath your stencils. You want to make sure that you are just going slow and that you do not have a lot of paint on there. So you guys can see I don't have very much paint on my makeup wedge at all because I just pounced it up and down, straight up and down. And so I'm going to use it here, and I'm just going to go over it. And I'm going to do straight up and down. I'm just pouncing my makeup wedge up and down. I don't prep this wood. And so whenever I go back for more paint, let me show you this too. I'm not going into this big blob. I'm going right out here where I offloaded my paint, and I'm picking up more paint there, okay? So whenever you go back for more paint and you think you need a little more paint, go back to where you offloaded. Don't go back over here. So I know a lot of you are afraid sometimes to put paint on your board, but if you just start going slow, I promise you it's gonna work out. And just take your time. So I tell everybody that if Bucky can do it, you guys can do it. We get our wood here, we run a sawmill business, so I have kind of unlimited access to wood. Hi Tina, thanks for hopping on. Am I using the same color? I am using the same color for each verse tonight. And I just wanted to show you that, a lot of times I get kind of creative with my glitter, with colors. I use different, yes, Linda, that's all the paint you need. It doesn't take much. So I just wanted to show you guys tonight that you can, if you're wanting to start something, you don't have to have a lot of paint colors. This color I have tonight is just a nice off-white. It's called Bavarian, and it's just a soft chalk paint is what it is, a soft colored chalk paint. So if you are somebody who is wanting to start paint parties, start with, yes, I am kind of blotting it. I'm kind of pushing a little bit of pressure on it. Takes a little bit of practice. If you're afraid of it, practice on your plate. Practice on some paper sacks. If you have any brown paper sacks that are grocery sacks, you can practice on those. Those are good for practicing. Just practice on something first before you do it on maybe whatever else you're going to do it on. But sometimes it takes a little bit more pressure, so you can see I'm pushing kind of hard on this in spots, but you can always go back over it. So just so you know, if you want to go back over it, you can let it dry and come back to it. You don't have to pull your stencil off. But I'm using the one color yes, I'm doing this on raw wood with no color at all. It's gonna be, I'll show you whenever I get all finished. I'm gonna finish my wood. I am gonna seal it with a Thompson's water sealer. So you'll see what happens to the raw wood whenever we get done with it tonight. But every time I pick up, I'm going right back in this space where I've offloaded. So I just want you to know that that's how I'm doing it tonight. I'm using my makeup wedge and I'm just pouncing this up and down. So Essential Stencil does have really nice brush sets. So if you are in the market for some stencil brushes, you will absolutely love their stencil brushes. You will absolutely love their stencils. So I for these smaller stencils, I prefer the makeup wedge. My husband, who stenciled with me, Bucky is his name, he liked the brushes. So I think it just doesn't, you know, I think it's a personal preference. I could tell you that the brushes are the best thing ever, and you might hate them. You're not gonna hate Essential Stencils brushes. They are great for certain projects. I like to use the brushes for different stencils for sure. And you can get some really nice shading with the brushes. The makeup wedges I like to use for the smaller stencils. I just feel more comfortable with it. I feel like I have maybe a little bit more control, and I like the makeup wedges. So try those and give it a shot. Don't be afraid to try it. If you've got, like I said, if you've got some newspaper, you've got maybe, you know, some old brown paper sacks, break those out, lay out your stencils and put some paint on them and see what happens. You're not gonna know until you start. But sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. As most of you know that are on, usually Bucky helps me read the comments. So tonight he's not here. So I'm trying to read comments. I'm trying to talk to you guys while I'm stenciling. And you all know, if you've watched me before, I am chatty. So I like to talk. Sometimes I like to talk more than I like to stencil, but I enjoy you guys being on here. You might hear an echo. It's kind of open in our shop, so I'm sorry if you hear an echo. I don't know if anybody else is hearing that or not, but I'm sorry. And yes, I like using both too. But if you, if you don't have brushes, makeup wedges are really cheap. And I'm going to show you something. Even though I'm using the same color, there is another tip that I always like to show. I learned it from watching somebody else. And I'll just show you, if you've got this makeup wedge right here, you can take your scissors, you can cut off that part that you just painted on, and you've got a clean stencil ready to go with a different color. So you could have, if you wanted to do multiple colors, you could use the same wedge until you get it down to where you're not comfortable using it anymore. So keep that in mind. And I am doing this whole thing with this Bavarian color tonight. Thanks for sharing, Kim. I appreciate that. And I'm doing it because a lot of times I think people also think that they have to have all of these colors. So I just wanted you guys to know that if you've got some basic colors, it's gonna be fine. You can use the same color, and you don't have to be all crazy. And with your color schemes and creative, if you're not sure what colors that maybe you're prepping for a craft fair and you're gonna try to sell some signs. It's hard to know what people are going to want, what people are going to, what colors are going to go with what. You cannot go wrong with neutral colors at all. You can't go wrong with black, with white. This is an off-white. You could use some grays. You could use red is usually a pretty safe color too. So if you're going shopping for some supplies and you're wanting to maybe start making some signs, that way maybe you don't have to invest in a ton of colors and you can slowly pick those up. I clean my stencils. You can use Dawn dish soap. Most of the time I clean mine with a wipe, an alcohol wipe. And you can also use alcohol on on a soft cloth. You can use alcohol wipes, like disinfectant wipes. That's what I do. And thank you, Nina. Thank you. What kind of sealer? So I'm going to use Thompson's water sealer on my board tonight. That's what I'm going to use. And I'll show you why in a minute. You can get a big jug of it for not a lot of money, and you can seal your wood pretty easily and safely and cheaply. So, or thrifty. I'm thrifty like that. Thank you guys for all of the nice words about our shop. We redid this whole shop. It's an old church in our town, and it's got all of the wood from our sawmill in it. So a lot of times, I was going to tell you, a lot of times I get kind of colorful with my signs, and that's fun too. But if you sell your signs, how do you know what to price them? Lisa, that's a great question. That is probably one of the hardest things for me, is to know what to price them at. You know, especially for me, whenever, you know, I'm using wood from our sawmill. So, you know, what the wood costs you, I think you have to take that into consideration, what you're stenciling on. If you're making some wood signs, I can tell you, my 5-foot porch boards, you guys, Essential Stencil has 5-foot porch board signs. All of their vertical signs fit a 5-foot porch board. So you can know if you're gonna go have wood cut, or you're gonna go purchase wood and you wanna do some vertical signs, you can be safe to know that you can get some really nice vertical signs for porch boards, which are super popular. You can get those from Essential Stencil. And since I get ours from our sawmill, I just have to take into consideration how much the wood costs on our end. And then I take into consideration my time, which is usually the hardest thing for me to judge. I sell my reversible 2-sided porch board signs for $60. And I see them in several ranges, you know, on different kinds of wood, but that's how much I sell mine for. So I sell mine for $60, and that's for a 2-sided porch board sign. So from there, you know, I just kind of think a lot of times, you know, most of the signs I make are one of a kind, and I try to think, what would I be willing to pay for that? You know, how much do I have into it? So take those things into consideration. Maybe do some checking out, you know, around your area and see if there's anything like it around. And I would say that, you know, just kind of find a happy medium. I try not to outprice myself because I want to sell my stuff. You know, I could put my porch boards, I see them for sale, you know, online, sometimes, you know, for like $85 to $100. And I'm not saying that there aren't people that would pay that, but I kind of find a happy medium where I think that, you know, I would be willing to pay that because, you know, I'm probably not going to have, you know, not probably going to go get the wood. Maybe I'm maybe not gonna, you know, ever gonna order my stencils. Then I've got to go get the paint. Then I've got to get the either rollers or brushes to use on my stencils. I've never stenciled before. So if I walked in and thought, you know, I've got a reversible sign, basically that's like $30 a side. I think that that's fair. So I try to think about what's fair. I sell my porch board signs that are reversible, both sides finished and sealed for $60. So $45 seems to be a sweet spot. $45 is a good price too. You know, the boards that I use for our porch board signs are about anywhere from 10 to 11 inches wide. And I have the guys cut them for me at our sawmill. So my boards tend to be either cottonwood, kind of really whatever I can take, whatever we get that's in. We get logs in, so it depends on how wide those pieces are cut. All of our wood is kiln dried, so I sometimes have to wait for wood to come out of the kiln. And, you know, that's a process too. So yes, Ellen, the boards that we have are all what I would call planed down. Some people call that sanded, but I've run them through a planer and they are nice and smooth. Oh, that price is probably for a one-sided. Yeah, it's interesting, you know, different parts of the country, different places. I always think it's very interesting, and believe me, you know, every time I'm out somewhere, I look at, you know, what other people are doing, not to critique it, not to compare as far as, you know, quality or anything like that, but I always look to see, you know, what's moving around our area, what's selling around our area, what can I do differently that maybe, you know, this person isn't doing or offering? Do I have, you know, different stencils? And I think that, yeah, I will tell you, you know, the people that have, we do sell some of our project pieces like I'm working on tonight. I ship out a box of those, 5 of them, and I have details about that on our page. And that is one of the things that I've had a few people who watch our videos either order from me or come up to our mill that were close within driving distance and get some raw wood, what I would call live edge wood pieces, to kind of stand them, you know, separate themselves from some of the people around them. So anyway, you know, that is something that, you know, if you're thinking about, you know, separating yourself from the other people around you who are making signs, I would say, you know, just maybe find something that helps, you know, separate you from them, or makes you stand out, makes you different. So that's not, you know, unusual. It's not anything that you can't do, or put a twist on it yourself. And just, oh, there's my husband. Hi. You're gonna have to hop on and say hi. So Bucky is here.
Hi there.
He made it.
I made it. I couldn't handle it.
Oh, wait. So show him your vest. Oh. So, see the vest? That was one of his birthday presents. I had his vest embroidered. So someone was asking about your birthday.
Oh, I see.
So there's Bucky. He did make it. The Chiefs game.
It's going on.
They've been telling me the score sometimes.
Oh, yeah?
So yeah, they said hello. Hi, Bucky.
Hi there.
So that is my husband. For those of you who were asking earlier, now they're asking if you're frustrated with the game. Donna, the shipping, I can do a box of 5 of these. How much were those? $69.95. They're $69.95 for a box of these 5 project pieces, and I can ship them anywhere. They arrive in about 2 days, priority shipping. So we played around with shipping. Wood is heavy. It's expensive to ship. We found a way to make them, you know, I found myself working on boards about this size in my shop. And so I kind of took and figured out, basically tried to give people the most value for their money whenever we're shipping. And we do a box of 5 of these project pieces, just like I put in my shop that I use. I select them myself. I cut them usually myself and pick them out. So anyway, that is what we do. And if you're interested in that, you can hop over to our page and message me there, and we can talk about that. I checked all of the different shipping zones for 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 piece, and some of them were pretty pricey to just ship out 1 piece. It just didn't seem worth it to me. So I bundled them together and found a way to ship them. So that's how we do it. And it's a project piece bundle. And whenever you get 5 pieces, you can actually do reversible on both sides. So if you're interested in ordering some project pieces, I'll show you the back side of this later, and we can talk about that over on our Sawmill page, our Miller's Rustic Sawmill. If you don't follow our page, when we get done with our video tonight, you can go follow our page over there, and you can message me about ordering some project pieces, and I can shoot you all of the details, measurements, and answer any questions that you might have. So you basically get, like I said, you know, 5 reversible signs. You can do, you know, and yes, it's $69.95 with shipping for 5 pieces. That is the price. And if you are interested, you can totally message me on our Miller's Rustic Sawmill page. If I'm saying that, hopefully you can understand that. Yeah, the boards are smooth, Kim. They're very smooth. I'll show you in a minute. I'm gonna take these off. For those of you that have been watching tonight, I did not use the mica. Joanne, the $69.95, yes, that is total. That is shipping included for 5 pieces. Tonight, the pieces in our project boxes average about 23, just maybe between 23 to 24. Sometimes they're 22, just depends on the piece. Inches long, and they're anywhere from 8 to maybe 7 to 10 inches wide, sometimes give or take. None of them are the same, so they are all unique. Some of them are rustic, some of them have you know, some wormholes in them, but there are no bugs in them because they've all been through the kiln, so I let people know that too. Yes, Lori, even to Idaho, that is shipping. So this is about the size of most of them, you guys. If that, I know it doesn't probably help, but most of them are 22 to 24 inches long and anywhere from 7 to 10, maybe sometimes 11 inches wide. They're not uniform. They're not straight boards. They are all a little different. So anyway, they are all unique. They are all individual, but most of them are walnut. So, yep. It's, you know, it averages you know, not a lot, and hopefully it's something if you are going to, you know, if you wanted to make signs on them and sell them, it might separate your business for you and help you stand out at a craft fair. Being reversible, you could also make a profit on it individually per sign. So you just get some stencils from Essential Stencil and start stenciling on them just like I do. You could do the same thing. So I'm going to take these off and I'm going to show you this Bible verse tonight that I did on here, all in the same color. And some of them have bark on them, some of them do not have bark on them. So just so you know, you can go on our page and you can see some samples on there too. And that is what I did tonight, all one color. And if you love that, you can see maybe, you know, I'll show you too. These aren't perfectly spaced out, but that's okay. I didn't measure them out. I think that's part of the beauty of it. So they are pretty darn close, but this does not have a sealer on it. I am going to go on here and I'm going to show you. On the bottom of each of these is the actual Bible verse, and it's Micah 6:8. This is on the Essential Stencil site, and I'm going to just put it right down here, kind of at the bottom, right here. And I'm going to just stencil that while I'm backwards to you guys, so you can see me stencil that. I'm going to hold it up and stencil it. This is all the paint that I used tonight on my sign, so remember that, you first-time stencilers. You don't want to have very much paint on anything that you're using. So offload your paint, that is key. And I'm going to just put Micah 6:8 down here, down at the bottom. And this is not very much space between these letters. So I'm going to kind of push hard to get my paint in there. And I'm going to see how this turns out. But I'm going to pounce my thing over it. It did turn out pretty, you guys. I just wanted to show you that you don't have to use color, you know, just your simple black and white or your off-white, your creams. They're just timeless. If you're thinking about making signs for a craft fair or a show, it does not take very much paint, Missy. You can be pretty safe, you know, with your color schemes if you're using, you know, simple neutral colors. So I just wanted to show that tonight, and I did not get that covered very well, so I am gonna lay it down, and I'm gonna do it flat because I'm not doing a very good job. But I'm gonna go back over that. Those little bitty places, you gotta put some pressure on that. You guys can see I'm pushing hard on this tonight in these little bitty spots to get some paint in there, because it's just not very easy to get your little makeup sponge in there. So that might be where your brush also comes in handy, is in those little bitty ones. So I always have trouble trying to figure out what colors go good together. Something I'll show you that I did last week, or the last time that I did my video. It's a good tip. I do it a lot whenever I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do on these videos. How I pick out my paints a lot of time, you guys, is I just pull out different paints, and there, I got it on there. So I just put it down there kind of at the bottom, you can see. When you push on the sponges, you get bleeding. Maria, I would tell you to make sure you don't have very much paint on there. So not very much at all. This whole sign tonight, I started out with a tiny little bit of paint here, and then I offloaded. You just don't want very much paint on whatever you are using. You do not want very much paint on your applicator. If you're using a makeup sponge, not very much paint. And play around with the pressure, practice on something else. So that is what this looks like without a finish. So I'm gonna put this down, and I'm gonna show you guys what happens whenever I finish this. So the sealer I'm using, oh, it's heavy, but this is what I'm using. It is Thompson's water sealer. So that's what I'm using to seal this tonight. And this comes in a huge jug. I have, oh, sorry. I have poured out a tiny bit in this little cup that I have. You can see, and I'm not gonna use all of this, so I can pour the rest of it back in. I'm gonna show you what happens to this wood whenever we put this on here. So this is all dry. It should all be dry. I'm not gonna have to worry about it not being dry. The chalk paint dries quickly, and when you're not using very much paint, it dries quickly. Your acrylic paints dry quickly. When you're not using very much paint, it should dry quickly. So just remember that. I cannot stress that enough. So I am pretty much, you know, this is all dry. I can touch it, and this is what I'm getting ready to do. I've got just a little fat chip brush right here. This is what I call a chip brush. They're cheap. No, there's nothing on this wood except this paint that I just stenciled. Danielle, you're not. You're good. I'm glad you're here. You're fine. You're all good. So I just did this Bible verse stencil. A lot of people have been saying tonight that they did not know Essential Stencil had the Bible verse stencil. This is the only one on their site that I've seen. I hope that they make more. It is only $10.97. So yes, this is a sample piece of like what we have that comes in the 5-pack that we ship from our Sawmill business. So if you're interested in something like this, this is from our sawmill. We run a sawmill business. We cut the wood on a sawmill, we dry it, and then I pick out what I call project pieces for our shop here where I'm at tonight. And the project pieces are just beautiful. Most of them are walnut. We cut a lot of walnut at our sawmill. Sometimes they're not walnut, but they are all individually picked out. I cut them myself, and I put stencils on them. So that's how I started this aspect of our business here, is by finding Essential Stencil. So look, you guys see what happens to the wood whenever I start going over it with the sealer? It's gonna make it all just pop. And it's gonna deepen the grain. I could leave it just the way it is if I wanted to, but walnut looks beautiful with a sealer on it. It just makes all of it, it gives it depth. Yes, it's pretty. It's a really pretty piece of wood. Walnut is gorgeous. You can't go wrong with walnut. And this is just, I think actually the other side of it, this board is actually even prettier. So that is how this is going to turn out. I like to show this part so that you guys can see the difference in what happens whenever I put that on there. It just makes it, beautiful. It's this beautiful finished piece, and it makes it look finished, is what I would say. It's the fun part. It's just as much fun as taking off the stencil. You know how excited you get whenever you get ready to take off your stencil and see what you've done. I like this part too because you never know what's gonna pop in this grain or what you're gonna find, you know, whenever you start applying this. So a lot of times it's just, we get some really unique grain, and I'm gonna just kind of put it along the edges up here too. So I've got some raw edges, but that's, yes, this is a project piece. So this is what happened to it whenever I put my finish on it. This is walnut wood, and it's from our mill, and we do ship these. So if you are interested in some what I call project size pieces, that is how it looks with a finish on it, and that's just a sealer. So I do these boards double-sided. Tonight I'm not going to be able to do this one because I just put the sealer on to show you this. But that is how the walnut looks with a sealer, and that's just Thompson's water sealer. And it will dry, and it will still look like this whenever it dries. It will, some of the wet shine might go away, but the depth of that is going to stay. It's going to stay dark like that. So this is the other side of that piece. And whenever I do that one, it's going to be even more probably beautiful because of all of that grain in there is just gorgeous. So this is what we call live edge slabs. And they are just smaller project slabs that we have at our sawmill. And if you are interested in those, message me on our business page, and we can talk about that over there if you would like to order a box. So if it's something that you think might help out your business, give it a try, and you might just separate yourself from other people around you by doing that. So this is what I did tonight, you guys, and I'm going to show you how I clean them too. So yes, this did turn out really pretty. I'm going to let it dry. I'm going to set it down and let it dry. And I'm going to show you guys, for those of you asking, how to clean them. I'm going to pull off my tape. I like to clean them before, you know, they sit for too long too. Does the sealer work on the painted background pieces? Painted. I don't know why it wouldn't. I've put it on, I think I've had some, yeah, it does, because I've done it on porch boards that I've painted white before, the background, and yeah, that sealer works on about anything. It's actually even on all of the wood in our shop has that same sealer on it. So if you're using a natural wood, it's a good one to use. It's just simple, it's kind of cheap in that jug, and it's easy to apply with a brush. The smell isn't horrible. So I have these laid out, and I'm going to show you, for those of you wondering. Yeah, I know it's backwards, you guys. Everything is backwards because I have an old phone. But these are the disinfectant wipes, Dollar General in our town, because we have Dollar General, and that's about it. I'm going to move this out of here. And Thompson's water sealer, I think you can get it at Lowe's, you can get it at Menards. If you have a Menards, it is...
any hardware store. Yeah,
about any hardware store. The one I have is just a clear. It's called Clear. You can see on here, I think you can get it in different forms. So this says clear, transparent, semi, and solid. So there must be different levels. You got probably Walmart. We probably got this, I think, at Lowe's. But I'm sure you can, if Walmart carries it. Judy said, is Bucky still there? He is here. For those of you that didn't see, he did show up. I don't know what's going on with the Chiefs, if they're still winning or not.
I actually couldn't get my mind off you doing this, so I was like, I'm just going to come up here.
For real?
I felt bad.
You didn't have to feel bad. I told him that I gave you the night off.
Yeah.
And then they said, well, then he should give you the night off. And you have to come up here and do a live. And I'm going to shake my table by doing this. I'm sorry if it shakes it. I was also going to show you guys, I wanted to tell you that I didn't know for the longest time. Yes, it is the stuff that they use on decks. I think a lot of people use that on decks, outside furniture, any kind of exterior wood for sure. It's good stuff. We've used it for quite a while. So, he's being quiet. They said you're being quiet.
I am.
See? Now, see there, you guys?
I feel bad because I got here late.
He feels bad. No comment back from getting a night off. I know. He didn't say anything, did he? He just kind of laughed about that. I'd have to come set up all of the tech stuff probably.
Yeah, you wouldn't want me doing a live video. I'd be all messed up. I couldn't do it.
But he does stencil, you guys. Well, he hasn't stenciled. Does it turn the white paint yellow? I've never had that stuff turn anything yellow. I think that, you know, a lot of times people ask about stuff yellowing. I haven't ever had that yellow. So I haven't had that issue. So you guys see how, for those of you that are new, that haven't ordered these stencils, you can see, I mean, I'm being gentle on this. I know, he wanted to come here and hang out with you guys.
I know, I'm missing the Chiefs game.
And he's missing the Chiefs game. That's weird. Are you feeling okay? You know how many people were asking if you were okay because you weren't here?
I'm not okay because I wanted to come here instead of watch a Chiefs game.
I know.
My manhood has been stripped.
Yeah. He wanted to come hang out at the stencil party instead of watching the Chiefs game. I'm just kidding. Game's back on and you may lose Bucky again.
No, I'm here for the long haul.
If anyone can tell me the score, that might, if the Chiefs are winning, that might help. How thick are these slabs? These are 5/8 of an inch is what we plane them down to. So whenever I say plane them down, that means that they are nice and smooth on each side. So I'm terrible about shaking that. But see here, you guys, I'm cleaning this. And if I keep cleaning it, I keep shaking my video. So we have a radio in the shop. The score is 10-13. The Chiefs are down 3. So thank you guys. He likes all the compliments. I think he likes this attention. He came to pick the winners. Oh.
That's right. I didn't want anybody mad at Melissa.
Somebody asked if these are heavy. I plane them down so that they are not heavy. A lot of stuff that we have at our mill is thicker and it does get a little heavy. So I plane them down so that they are fairly thin. So they're like 5/8 of an inch. And that's how thin they are. So they're not, I would not say it's heavy.
That also makes it able to put 5 of them in a box.
Yeah,
to keep the shipping down.
Yep. That was about as thin as I was willing to go, you know, in order to fit that many in a box. So we were trying to see how many we could fit in a box and have it be something, you know, like I would want to receive, or what I felt was a good value to be able to provide for the shipping. So anyway, thank you guys. You have to get a TV for him to watch it in the shop. I know.
Great idea.
If he is picking, he's the best guy around. Oh my goodness. Oh man, that's hilarious. We have not been married. How long have we been married, Bucky?
How long, Melissa?
4 years.
Yes, 4 years.
We've been married 4 years. So,
She chased me for like 25 years.
Yeah, I did. He's right. Seems like we've been married longer. We've been together longer than that.
Yeah.
But not married. I know, he is sweet. I really didn't think he was gonna come. So he's here now.
I want to know how to hang it. You want to show me?
How to hang it? I'll let him show. I'm reading all these nice comments. Yeah, so I'll show you. Someone's asking about if I'm making it reversible, how would we hang it? I'll show you. This is a wire tie. So we've showed this before, and these are called wire ties?
Yes.
So these
concrete wire ties.
Concrete wire ties. That's what these are. And they have this little loop-de-loop at the end, right here on both ends. They're used for rebar, like they hold
tying
rebar.
rebar together in concrete.
Okay, so they tie rebar together. So I'm showing you how we hang them. So if I were to hang this, this is bendable, so you don't have to be perfect whenever you're putting it on there. You can still bend it after you get it on there. But I would probably put it right up here at the top, and then we would staple it on to the top of this with a stapler. Yeah, and we're gonna eyeball it. But so we would just go right through that little loop. And then, yes,
They're cheap and easy.
They are cheap. They come in a big pack, and you kind of pull them apart. And your fingers get a little dirty whenever you pull them apart. But that is how we would hang this. And if you want to cover it up, like, maybe you don't want to see this wire tie on it at your house, I would probably put a bow or a ribbon or something over it. So you can see right there on the back that we just stapled it right there. So this, whenever you get ready to hang it, not only does it not have to be perfect, I mean, I think we got it pretty well centered on there, but if you're not sure, this is still bendable. So you can kind of adjust it. And yes, it is kind of on the top. This is the edge of our board right here that we put it on. And that way, whenever I do this side, I can flip it around for the seasons, basically. So one thing you want to make sure of is that your staples are not really long staples to go through the board, because this one looks like it just poked through a little bit. So I'm going to have to hammer that out, but that's not a big deal. 9/16. But you want to make sure your staples are a shorter staple if you're doing something like that, so it doesn't come through the other side of your board. But also, like I just said, now I could make this, it's going to be reversible, and I could embellish this with some ribbon, some raffia, things like that. So,
and tell them about the stapler.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, the
so
stapler.
So they don't waste their money.
Yeah, if you don't have a stapler, and you're wanting to, we don't sell these wire ties. We get them at Lowe's. Yeah. I think you could get them at Home Depot, probably any hardware store maybe that has some bigger products in there. They are an easy thing to do, especially if you're gonna, make signs and sell them. Invest in a Stanley stapler. We had some other staplers that we bought. I'm all about thrifty. I'm all about cheap. I'm all about saving money. But there are times that, you've got to have something that really works. This is a heavy-duty Stanley stapler. And that is what we use for these. The stapler works great we build our rustic flags out of this with these. We had invested in 3 other staplers before we realized that they were not doing the job.
They wouldn't put the staples
Yeah,
in
they
the
didn't
wood.
put the staples in the wood and hold them down.
Here's what these are.
Yeah, this is the bag of them.
It's 6-inch bar ties. You get 100 of them. I think that's $2 or $3.
Yeah, I think it was. It might have been like $3 and something for 100 of these, and they're called bar ties, is what he just called them.
6-inch bar
That's
ties.
what they say. These are 6-inch. So I don't know if they come in other lengths or not, But anyway, that is what we use, and it comes in this huge pack. So I've been using this pack forever, for I don't even know how long. Probably longer than a year, honestly. Yeah. So anyway, that's just, that's a good way to hang stuff. It's also something that if you have a stapler and you're doing a class, it's usually something that people can do themselves too. So anyway, yes, if a staple gun is on your list, check out that Stanley heavy, it's called Heavy Duty. It's a heavy duty stapler. And yes, 6-inch bar ties. Thank you guys. Look at you. We don't have to post any of that information. You're on it tonight. Thank you.
And that stapler is like $14.
Okay. Bucky said that the stapler maybe like under $15.
You can get it at Walmart.
You can get it at Walmart?
Yeah.
Okay. Stanley?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, because they sell Black & Decker.
Okay. I wasn't for sure where exactly. I think he picked it up. But anyway, yeah, it's a good tip. So those ties are a great tip. I was wondering how you hang. Well, if you're doing reversible, you know, so like this sign, this could stay up all year long. So on the back of this, if I want, I could put something for the holidays on the back of it, which I might end up doing once I get some new stencils. And then, so instead of, you know, taking down decorations for Christmas or fall and having to put them in a box, you can just flip it over. So I love that idea. That's kind of why about everything in our shop I try to make it so that it's reversible, because I used to do that. I used to take down all of my stuff and bring out all of my fall, and then I'd put away my fall and bring out all of my Christmas. And I think that a lot of times if you, if you turn it so that it's reversible, come Christmas time or fall, all you have to do is take that sign and flip it around for the holidays. So no putting stuff away, no packing stuff away, all of that stuff. So anyway, that's just kind of how, you could, twine, I don't know, you could probably use twine and staple it on. I don't know why you couldn't. Twine is pretty sturdy. Yeah, I've got twine on some of my signs too, so you could absolutely do that.
You'd want to glue the twine though too.
You would?
Glue the tips and then staple it. Okay.
Bucky says you would want to glue the twine as well with a little bit of glue, like wood glue probably on wood. So, you can do all kinds of fun stuff with this after you get it done. You could decorate it, you could tie ribbons on it, all of that stuff. So, anyway, I did want to show you guys that they have this Bible verse. I think that the Bible verse is just awesome. And I was going to show you too another tip. If you have, those, usually the minis that they have for Essential Stencil are 6x6. And for those of you that have any of them and those of you that don't, this is another tip too. Sometimes you can find old cabinet doors. Sometimes you can find cabinet doors at thrift shops. Sometimes you can find them at repurposed stores or resale stores or garage sales. If you get some cabinet doors, they are perfect for signs too. All you got to do is, slap on some paint. Now, this might not be reversible just because it has these spots on it right here, but I could always decorate that too if I wanted to, and I could find a way to cover it up creatively. But if you get some cabinet doors, these are good too. Julie, you're asking about the project pieces, I think. Yeah, if you guys want to order some boxes of project slabs, we ship them out. You can go to our page. They are similar to this. They are not all alike. They are all individual. They are all going to be different. So, but they will be stuff that I would put in my shop. Stuff that I would use. I pick them out. I cut them. I select them. Some of them do have, sometimes they have knots in them. Some of them are rustic. So that's what we have at our mill. Most of them are walnut. So if you're interested in that, definitely go to our Miller's Rustic Sawmill page. We do ship them out in a box of 5 for $69.95. That includes shipping, and that is priority shipping. So they are also insured as well whenever we do that. So I think they take about 2 days to get to. So so some of you, yeah, you're talking about the cabinet door. I was just showing you guys. I wanted to show you that because the 6x6 stencils and different stencils fit really well on here too. So I don't really have a lot of different sizes for the project pieces. Most of them are, maybe you have a little different shape to them or a different curve. Some of the pieces that we ship out are going to be vertical. You might want to do vertical because they might be a little bit wider at the bottom, but none of them are alike. So just so you know. Annette, you're from Missouri. Well, hi, fellow Missourian. We're in Missouri. We're in King City, Missouri. And I was just showing, a lot of people don't know that Essential Stencil has this awesome Bible verse stencil. So if you haven't ordered this one, or you haven't ordered from them at all, or you're gonna order, definitely go to my link. It's at the top of this video, and you can order there and you can save 10%. And I'm glad that you caught it too, Sherry. That's awesome. I'm glad that you're on tonight. I did talk about some of the pre-order stencils too. And those pre-orders, if you are looking at getting any of their new Christmas, their holiday stencils, they have this whole pre-order bonus going on right now. So that is something that you're going to want to get in on before they end those bonuses. So they have this, if you go to Essential Stencil, they have a pre-order section, and in that pre-order section, when you click on a stencil, you're gonna see all those bonus stencils. And so if you're ordering 3 of the pre-order stencils, you're gonna get a bonus stencil. If you order 5, you're gonna get another bonus stencil on top of the other one. So you might check those out. And if you're ordering, you can still go through my link and get there. And then you can put in pre-order 15 and save 15% there too. So I don't know how many of you have done the pre-order. Have many of you done that? Let me see some hearts if you've ordered. I think that I got word that the bonus stencils were going to end on October 11th, which is Friday. You're right, Janice or Janet. Whoever said that, somebody said that, and I think you're right. So if you're going to pre-order, you're going to want to get your pre-orders in before Friday. Those bonus stencils are only exclusive to the pre-order. You will not be able to get those and buy them separately. So, oh, there's a lot of people that have pre-ordered. Good job. That's fantastic. How many of you knew that they had the Bible verse stencil? I've seen it, and I just had not ever ordered it, and I kind of got into some of the bigger stencils, and I forgot about that little one. How many of you knew that they had the Bible verse stencil? Several of you did. And some of you did not know about the pre-order. Wow, okay, good, good, good. I have pre-ordered. A lot of you have pre-ordered. Good job. And Jimmy, I agree. I would love to see more Bible verse stencils from Essential Stencil. Maybe they will watch. Maybe I don't know if they're on tonight watching it all. I don't think they are, but maybe they'll watch this. Maybe they'll decide to make some more Bible verse stencils. If you look through their site, if you go up in the search, you can type Bible verse, and it will bring it up. And that's the only one on there. So is the one I did tonight. You can also split this up. So, you know, I could have done this on 3 different signs tonight and hung it as a grouping. Good, good, good. I think I remembered seeing, yeah, it's one that kind of gets overlooked, I think. And so once I got it in the mail, that's what I told them. I was like, I want to do that stencil. I love that stencil. So it's only $10.97. And if you go through the link, you can also save 10%. So make sure if you're doing that. I know that I also asked them to put on closed captioning, and if you're deaf and you're watching tonight, I know you can't hear this, but I don't know sign language, but I did ask if they could do some closed captioning on the videos, because I've had some other people say that too. So I don't have every stencil set. Somebody asked if I have every stencil set. I don't. I'm collecting them slowly. I think I did order all of the pre-order stencils. I'm pretty sure I ordered every single one of those. There were 15 of them, and so I can't wait. Patricia, there's a whole section of pre-order stencils, and they're mostly Christmas. They have like the Christmas truck, the vintage truck in there with a tree in it, and oh yeah, I'm looking. If you mix the order, yeah, you can only get 15% off of the pre-order. So I'm not exactly sure how that works, but the 15% is only good for the pre-order stencils. If you're not ordering from the pre-order section, you can use my link, and it will automatically save you the 10% on regular stencils. So I know it's a little confusing, and I don't know in your cart, if it will divide them up so that you save 15% and 10%. I'm not 100% sure. I think you might have to order separately. So if you're going to order pre-order stencils, definitely use the code. Go through my link, use the code preorder15, save your 15%, and then go back to my link if you're going to order normal stencils, and you'll save 10% at checkout going through my link. I have a link at the top of this video header, and I will post it again whenever I get off of here tonight, and we'll put it in here. So so that way, yeah, somebody says you can't use both. So if you can, I think you have to order separately. So the 15% code, I will post that in here as well. The code for the pre-order is preorder15, and that is what you need to do for only the pre-order. So if you're ordering from that pre-order section, preorder15 is the code, and it will save you 15%. Otherwise, you can save 10% on any of the others just by going through my link. Okay, so I hope that clarifies. Also, just so you know, any of that pre-order section, those bonus stencils are not going to show up in your cart. They're not going to show up at checkout. So if you are ordering from the pre-order section, you'll get to the checkout. You're not going to see those bonus stencils sitting in there. They're going to come in your package whenever they ship them out. Okay? I hope that helps. I have some winners, I think. Do you have something?
I mean, unless you have
okay.
Wrote down.
Okay. I have Missy Piper is a winner. So Missy Piper.
I was stripped of my duties, ladies.
You guys, I'm glad.
Stealing my thunder.
I know. I see people say that, yes, Missy, you are a winner tonight. I see people say that I inspire them to start stenciling. I love it whenever I hear that, because there's no better way to learn than to just get your stuff out. And if you have to come back on Essential Stencil and watch videos and get your stencils out and do it with us. There are so many people on here stenciling. You can learn so much on this site. And if you're gonna go for, doing something to make some money at it, this is one of the best sites I've seen online. They've got a great array of people showing tips. So yes, congratulations to the winners, you guys. And I always appreciate you guys watching. Definitely, I know tonight I showed you our project pieces. We own Miller's Rustic Sawmill in King City, Missouri, and we have our sales about once a month. And you can follow us on our page. we are going to be doing some more live videos there. We're going to be showing some things that we have going on in our town that we're trying to make happen. And that's kind of exciting. And yes, I've got more winners. So I've got 2 more winners. And Missy Piper is the first one I said. Essential Stencil will contact you tomorrow. I will send them the winners' names and they will get a hold of you. You are going to win what I did tonight. You're going to win the Bible verse. So just so you know, that's the set that you're going to win, and you'll get that for free. So let's see. Tanya Witcher Walker. Tanya Witcher Walker. I think I'm saying that right. You had 2 last names, I think, on there. So thank you for watching tonight. And Amy Lee, I think is how I would say that. Amy, Lea. Maybe I'm missing a letter. I don't think so, but I think it's Amy Lee. The winners, Tabitha Witcher Walker, Missy Piper, and Amy Lee. You are going to win the stencils I did tonight of the Bible verse. So that is a great one. That one could go in anyone's house. I think you could sell that. And well, your credit card, I didn't see that. I'm so sorry. Winners, just so you know, Essential Stencil will contact you tomorrow. And congratulations to the winners who've won. We're going to thank my husband for showing up tonight. He did show up, for those of you that were asking, for those of you that haven't seen Bucky. Ellen, I don't know when I'll be on again. Essential Stencil and I usually kind of work something out where we find something that works for both of us, and then they'll post it. So you can maybe follow Essential Stencil and see.
Why don't we do one on our page next week?
Well, we could. But you can follow us over on Miller's Rustic Sawmill, and we are going to have some lives going on over there. Sometimes I go live on that, and I show our slab sales. I show different things that we have going on. We are getting ready to put in a maker space in our town, and so we've been kind of rehabbing an old grocery store, and so we like to show that off sometimes. We do still have puppies. Yes, we absolutely do. Daisy's not here tonight. She's at home. Bucky didn't bring her with him, but the kids are at home too. So
will your credit card be charged immediately or when they're shipped?
From Essential Stencil?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about the credit card question. Somebody asked about it being.
I would say right then.
I would say it probably would be charged.
When you order?
Yeah, whenever you order at their checkout. I don't think they'll process that order until your credit card runs. So,
sorry, I interrupted you.
Nope, that's okay.
I found
Mary, we are Miller's Rustic Sawmill. And somebody said that Bucky may not want to go back to watching the game because it's not going well. Oh! Thanks, Teresa.
Make me cry.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, maybe he should just go home whenever it's over. Thank you for the project. You guys, thank you. Thanks for hopping on. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging with us on a Sunday evening. I hope you learned something. Don't forget that you can cut your makeup wedges off too, the bottoms of them. I did show that tip tonight. I usually show that quite a bit. Maybe you've seen that before. But if you have any questions, or if you have, you want to learn more about our business, definitely check us out at Miller's Rustic Sawmill. We are a husband and wife team, and we don't have very many workers other than us, but that's what we do. We're located in Missouri, and we live actually about 3 miles from our sawmill right now. We're getting ready also to move that all over to our farm, so it will also be on our farm. And then we're going to eventually have a storefront for our slabs and project slabs in the grocery store project that we're redoing right now. So Missy, you don't need to give me any information. Essential Stencil's going to contact you. They'll probably want your email and your shipping address. So to our winners, Missy Piper, Tanya Walker, and Amy Lee, Essential Stencil will contact you, and they'll want probably, I think, your email, and then they'll want your shipping address. And the Bible verse, if you go on Essential Stencil, you can go to their site, and in the little search bar, just type in Bible verse, and it should pull it up. That's how I did it earlier, just to check that before I told you, and it worked for me. So I typed in Bible verse, and I double checked my pricing. I wanted to see if it was, make sure it didn't go on sale today, and I didn't know about that. I just got on there earlier, and I searched for Bible verse in there, and it came up. So I hope that helps. Yeah, we've got a lot going on. Marcia, we are in King City, Missouri, and we appreciate you guys watching. We have grown our business page from several of you watching. We've had several of you order project slabs from us for your signs that you're making with Essential Stencils. We've had people come to our mill from like over 5 hours away. Our last slab sale, they came from Arkansas. Yeah. So anyway, if you are ever going to plan to make a trip to our sawmill and you want to come, we try to find fun events that are happening around in our town, or try to promote those slab sales so that people know about them about a week or two ahead of time. Sometimes if our town is having something fun or big going on, an event, then we try to also kind of broadcast that on our Facebook page, so that if people are planning to make a trip, it's more bang for your buck, or more bang for your travel. But if you want to come to our sawmill, and you're going to be coming through Missouri, let us know. We meet by appointment too, whenever we can. So the Bible verse stencils, Teresa, they are only one size. They are a little 6x6, what I did tonight. That's the only one that they have on their site. So Casey, I will pray for you. Totally will pray for you. I'd be happy to. Marcia, Missouri is beautiful in the fall. The leaves are starting to turn now, and over the next month, probably it's going to just be beautiful. So if you're coming through Missouri ever, you're making a trip, or you want to come to our sawmill business, let us know. We're all about that. I told him about, I want to put up a sign outside, one of those direction signs. Yes. So whenever people start coming from far away, we can put up the name of the town that they're from and have them sign the back, and it'll go out on our direction sign. So I think that would be fun. I think it's fun, and we think it's pretty awesome that people want to travel to come see our business, or come buy wood from us and load up while they're here. So anyway, we will hop off of here tonight, and we thank you so much for watching.
Thank you guys.
Happy too, Missy. I'm happy that you came and you found us tonight. I'm anxious for you to get your stencils, and I'm anxious for you to try them out and see what you think. I will be back on Essential Stencil doing some lives, and you can follow our Facebook page too. I think I've repeated myself many times, but I can't say enough good things about Essential Stencil. Every time I come on here, I get to give stuff away, and they are so good to their customers. They are a husband and wife team located in the United States, and a small business too. So we feel really good about supporting other small businesses. So we think Essential Stencil is just easy to promote. They've got great quality stuff, and we enjoy that. So we love their stencils. I don't know. I don't have anything else to say. Awesome, you guys. I hope you have a good week. Tomorrow's Monday. Yeah. But hopefully tonight closed out your weekend well. Hopefully the Chiefs pull out a win.
Yes.
And
I'm going to have to go straight and see that.
You'll turn on the radio.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching. Thanks and congratulations to the winners. I hope you guys have a great week. definitely keep watching us, and hopefully we'll see you on here next time. Good night.